Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm going to be showing you how to play some Quinn Jungle, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a lot like playing Twitch or Kindred or Graves, except the 1v1s are a lot stronger, and you can get away with going Ignite since you have a very defensive dash slash knock ability on your E. You normally want to start Q though, and you're very red buff reliant, so I'm going to go ahead and get my ward down and then reset for Oracle Lens. Quinn has some really cool power spikes, particularly on her ultimate. She also has one on her completed jungle item. This is our rune set: PTA, Presence of Mind, Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Celerity, and Nimbus. Celerity is good with our R. Nimbus is just strong overall, especially if you're going to go Ignite. You have to take Nimbus. You literally have to. You can still go Flash, but I saw their team comp. They have a lot of healing with the Senna, the what's his name? Well, you know what I'm talking about. And the Nasus and the set conk effect. What is that? Silas, yeah, Silas. Alright, so pretty much the way you do it is you want to proc your passive, so you'll auto Q. So auto, and then you can blind it out of its next auto. Your Q will basically stop it from hitting you mid auto attack. So decent leash. Gonna clear it. And it looks like the enemy jungler started with his bot lane. They're still missing for a long time. So Seth probably started blue, and then we'll probably do Gromp. I'm going to go ahead and invade him. I'm going to take W level 2. Auto, Q. And once you have your W, it gives you movement speed and attack speed whenever you use your passive on something. So I get a big burst of movement speed and attack speed every time I land that. So I'd like to auto twice before I use my spell. In this case, I don't even have my E yet, so my options are a little bit more limited. You can take your E at level 2. You only do that though if you're going to invade level 2 or if you're going to gank level 2. If you try to gank with your W at level 2, your ganks aren't really going to work too well. You need your E dash. Your E has more range than your autos by a lot, and that's going to be the biggest way how you're going to stay on people. It's kind of like a Warwick Q. It'll attach to them because, as you can see, more range. So you don't use your E when that range of your autos. Your Q also has more range than your autos, so you need to be mindful of how you use your spells. Probably find set on golems. I'll pop a potion. I'm gonna hold on to my E until I really need to use it. Okay, he's clearly ignite him, blind him, he's dead. He didn't know how much health I had because I was in the bush. I thought he was doing a full clear, but he actually yeah, he actually did a full clear. That was bizarre. Knock him out of his auto with my E, blind it. There we go, level 3. Nasus is looking semi-gankable. Oh, it actually looks like he's going to kill Darius here. Auto attack Q. I'm going to save my E dash. There we go. And whenever I used my abilities there, so I like auto attacked him twice and I Q'd him, stayed on him, and then I E'd him when I could no longer really auto him. And you don't want to cancel your autos with your abilities. Make sure you pinch off your auto first. I like to max Q first for the AoE damage. After landing passive, auto 3 times before you use your next ability, unless you have to use your ability sooner because they're about to get away or something. Essentially, you want to maximize your W attack speed and movement speed, and if you just mash all your abilities at once, you're not going to really be maximizing that. Auto attack E, auto. That's unfortunate. I can't really kill Silas. I don't have my ignite up. He's just gonna heal. Auto attack E. Auto Q. Wow, he's actually trolling. I'm gonna kill both of them. They had no business trying to fight me. I have my E here. Auto attack E. What are you doing? That's actually hilarious. Alright, I'm gonna go get the other scuttle crab. Pretty sure it's still up. That wave's still pushing towards Nocturne, so it doesn't really matter if I take the minion. But yeah, Quinn's her 1v1s and her ganks are, in my opinion, a lot better than Twitch or Kindred's because she has that hard CC. And as long as you go Ignite, you can fight Warwick or Lee Sin or an Olaf jungle. If you don't have Ignite, if you're up against a really strong early game jungler, then you're going to have to avoid 1v1s with them. That's why I wouldn't Ignite. Like I said, if you're up against a weak early game jungler like Talia or Twitch or something off meta, or something bad in the meta like 𝐒𝐿, you could probably get away with Flash, but I like having the Ignite for the all-ins, and once you're level 6 you're still really fast anyways, so it doesn't really matter too much. Looks like Nasus is shoving up. We're gonna go get him. We'll hit level 6 first. So you have to auto to proc your passive. Now we got our passive. Gonna Q it. AoE damage, also blind it. Auto 3 times. This is my next spell. And that whole interaction, I had my W on because of my passive proc, so I had a bunch of extra attack speed and stuff. Gonna hit it with a Q. Finish it off. My Ignite's coming up as well. Your ulti does a bit of damage around you. Whenever you come out of it, it's kind of like an auto attack worth the damage, and it also procs your passive. All of Quinn's spells except for her W procs passive on the enemies. So yeah, it looks like Nasus is back pushing up. Set got Dragon, which is unfortunate. Looks like he's not paying attention. Gonna red smite him, knock him towards Darius. I used my E early to knock him into Darius. Your E is a little knock like a Rammus Kia. So if you're behind the enemy like that, just bump him into your laner. So I just auto-E'd pretty much immediately. I didn't spread out my abilities there because you're not going to do that every time. The way I've been talking about spreading out your abilities is primarily for farming or for fights to the death. But in ganks, you just use your abilities in the most optimal way for that specific gank. So it's a very fluid situation. You don't have to use your abilities the same exact way every time, guys. Coming up behind Silas, I'll probably use my E early on him as well. Just auto attack E. Oh, he just blew one of his dashes. Auto attack E, auto attack Q. Alright. I'll go to my red buff. I'll play around his red buff spawn. Got my 𝐒𝐿𝐿 going on here. Should be free. Auto attack, auto attack. Gonna cancel its auto on me. Doesn't really matter if it hits me. I have some life still in my build, and also my jungle item heals me up. Yeah, so Quinn, in your first clear, you don't want to really do raptors. You want to try to focus on your buffs and Gromp. It's your fastest route. Looks like Nasus is tilted, so he's going mid. I'll just clear this out, and then I'll go kill Set on his jungle camps. I would like to back and get my full jungle item once again. It's Quinn's biggest power spike, along with her level 6. But I feel like I can solo Set anyways, because I'll be a level up on him. And I like to max my W second. Maxing W second on Quinn's really nice because it gives you bonus attack speed and movement speed per level. So it'll give us a lot more kiting power. Your E, it's mainly just for the dash it provides and staying on top of them. It's not necessarily for the damage. It's to apply a passive proc, and it's for staying on top. That's why we don't really max E second or forced. Knock it out of its auto. Looks like Set isn't over here. We can go solo Silas. He doesn't have a full item. Set's gonna go to those. I can kill Silas. He's out of mana. He doesn't have full item. I have Ignite. Yeah, he's dead. He tried to use my R, but I guess he didn't realize that he had to power it up. He was just hoping it didn't do that. This Nocturne really wants these minions. I think it's under the turret. Alright, so the plan here is to get our jungle item, start dominating the map. After jungle item, you have a few options. In this case, I'm going to go for tier. And I don't really want Mobies. They actually have the Nasus slow. I'm actually going to go for... I feel like Swifties would be pretty good. Yeah, I'll go Swift. It's actually normally better to go Berserker Greaves, actually. I'll go Berserks. Berserks play really nice on Quinn, kind of like on a Twitch jungle, especially if you're fed. If you're not fed, you might go for Swifties instead, because they're cheaper. And Mobies, they're a little more expensive. The reason why I don't like Mobies is because you lose the movement speed once you're in combat, and on Quinn, you really want to be able to stay on top of them. And for those of you wondering why I'm going tier, Man Moon's a really OP item. It's only 2,400 gold, and since we have Transcendence, once our Man Moons, when we first buy it, it's giving us around 60 AD, and when it's finished, it's giving us 80 AD and a bunch of on-hit damage and infinite mana, so it's kind of busted. Really, really busted. I wouldn't recommend Man Moon if you're really far behind, though. If you're ahead or on par, then it's a solid item. They're looking gankable. Just gonna run out, auto attack. Gonna Q. As you guys see, your Q has a lot of range. Your Q is like a Lux Q on Quinn in terms of range. It's also AoE damage in a single target blind. So if you throw out a Q, I knew if I threw it, she would react and try to run towards turret. Sniped her. Dragon's coming up. Now that I'm fed, I'm just going to try to stay in Set's jungle as much as possible. Big Q AoE there. Helps me take the camp. Might be able to actually kill him under turret. Gonna auto attack him. That wasn't worth. I just bled away a lot of shutdown gold. I got greedy. I knew their bot lane was gonna be there in a second. Set played it well. He actually kind of grabbed me out of my jump there. So Quinn's jump, if the enemy times it, like let's say you use your E onto an Alistar or something like that, if he can actually knock you up in midair before you technically hit him, the set there, I don't know if he did it as I did it or after, but he slowed me down for sure. One nice thing about Quinn is if you die or if you go back to base, it automatically puts you back in bird form. So then you can leave base really fast. In this case, I'm going to go gank their bot lane. They're shoved up, they're low health, and I'm moving at an insane movement speed. The nice thing about Quinn's level 6, I'm moving at nearly 600 movement speed with Berserker Greaves. She's dead. I'm going to chase her down in bird form. I'm just going to run her into turret. I'll come up behind her, having Ignite and Red Smite. I can use my W to see. Oh, she's trying to run. Yeah, she missed up. Auto attack, E, Q, auto attack, she's dead. I'm gonna go back in bird form. Bird form does cost mana, so it's nice to have the mana moon. But just keep that in mind, if you're out of mana, you can't go back into bird form. I should have held on to my E there just in case somebody showed up, but I am kiting it away from their walls and towards me. Yeah, I gotta get away from Nasus, he's scary. I don't actually have Smite, so taking Dragon's kind of bad. Senna is dead though. The odds of them stepping up for this are kind of slim. Very, very slim, my friends. I'm gonna get the Dragon. I'm gonna go get my red buff. And once I have my Mana Moon, I'm gonna be scary. You can actually do the most damage easily on your team on Quinn if you go for the Mana Moon build. It does such insane damage. I killed a tank Cho'Gath in less than like 10 auto attacks. It looked like I was a Vayne. It's really, really scary, guys. Trust me. But you want to go presence of mind if you're gonna go for the Mana Moon build. It'll give you some extra damage. Your Mana Moon also gives you not more than just 80 attack. It gives you like 81 attack damage with this setup, and it will also give you a bunch of on-hit damage, 3% of your maximum current mana. So it does just ridiculous bonker damage. I don't want to hit that plant or it'll knock me out of bird form. It's gonna run up, auto attack her, E, stay on top of her, auto attack. After you E them in auto, it's usually good to Q because your E has them CC'd and shit, so you can usually land it for free. Auto attack E, auto attack. Nice. I did auto attack Q and I did auto E. I'm gonna run Nasus down here. He has no hope. I think Quinn Jungle is actually a lot of fun. I think you guys, if you know how to move and shoot and kite, W, Q, auto attack E. Got him. I take golems, but you need to move and shoot. If you just stand still, there's no point of playing it. Enemy bot lane's gonna be back, and you can use your E to go over walls like that. That time it was unintentional, but it's like a Graves ult. It pushes you backwards. So if someone's chasing you, you could E them and go over this wall or whatever. It's only thin and medium walls. You can't do it over a mega thick wall like that. The enemy bot is starting to get all worked up. We'll go ahead and pay them a visit. Auto attack. Auto attack. Ooh, red smite. Ignite. Alright, we didn't quite pinch it off. Her invisibility, I couldn't even auto her. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's how you play some Quinn Jungle. We didn't quite get to finish our build, but it was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.